finally win one.
So does that mean I get to be in the videos again?
I don't know. We got a lot of Leafs fans watching these now, and they follow Steve, so I think maybe I'll get yelled at a bit.
You know what? That's a dang it.
Been a while since I've been able to do this. Yotes win 5-3 against the Ottawa Senators, and I am all here for it. You don't get to beat us 15 times in a row. Actually, if I'm being honest, 14 times was 14 times too many. But it's on number 15, we finally do something. So let's get into it, shall we? First goal of the game goes to the Arizona Coyotes, which way is, guess what? That's a new thing I haven't said in a long time. And you know what? There's another thing I haven't said for a while. O'Brien gets an assist on the first goal of the game, which, by the way, goes to the Coyotes. If I don't know if I've already mentioned that, is he passes the puck across the crease to another thing I haven't said in a long time, Carcone Garceau! Which, by the way, for those who are new here, the reason for that is because I thought his name was, it had like a French pronunciation to it, so I was like, oh, it's Garçon. It's like, no, it's not, it's Carcone. Puts it into the back of the net, and we're up by 1. Second goal of the game also goes to the Coyotes. Genther has the puck, passes it up to the top of the circle on the left side where Mills is standing there. He rips it. It goes into the back of the net. 2-0. How long has it been since I've been able to say that? Power play comes to Arizona. It's a double minor because there was blood on the play. It was a high stick. And then there's a tripping liner in the middle of that, so they go down 5-on-3. Schmaltz gets a pass from Michelli, who's not looking. It is a clear-cut, deceptive pass. Schmaltz gets it, puts it in the back of the net, and I have yelled, maybe not on here, but I've definitely yelled about Schmaltz a lot. Hair, stop it. And I haven't liked him lately, but I liked him in this game. Let's keep this game Schmaltz for the rest of the time. 3-0. Ottawa will score as the final minutes of the first period kind of comes to an end, but we're not talking about Ottawa right now. Same idea in the second. Ottawa scores to close out the second period. We're not talking about Ottawa right now. And actually, I should mention that Ottawa scored twice to close out the second. But again, we're not talking about them. However, I was kind of upset that tied the game up. We went into the third with a new game, but we get into the third period, and the Senators have a chance on our net. But the puck is steered aside while the Senators players get slammed into the boards, and the Coyotes go the other way. There's a nice pass to Genther, who puts it into the back of the net. We're back in front, 4-3. Kerfoot had a chance at a breakaway, shorthanded again. And this one he got stopped on, which, you know, I'm okay with that. I think we were up by 1. I would have liked to see a goal there, but you can't get them all the time. And shorthanded, you know, it could have gone either way. It was impressive that he got the break at all. Michelli gets the empty netter after a bit of a coast-to-coast shot, misses wide, but Michelli was right there anyway. He just kind of skates in, puts it in. That's the game. But there was a bit of pushing and shoving in the third period when Stetcher kind of just slams into Tim Stützle, who, by the way, has been getting beat up over and over again in this game. Stetcher rams into Stützle, drops him to the ground. They both get up and they start fighting. And this is where the part that I don't like kind of comes in. Tkachuk skates in and jumps into the both of them. They're about to fight. Both the gloves came off at the same time. They were ready to fight. Tkachuk comes in there and ruins everything because that's what the Tkachuks do. So that situation just, it gets way out of hand. It kind of set the tone for the rest of the third period where there was a lot more physicality. The Coyotes were playing really a bigger physical game than they usually play. The Senators were physical, which I kind of predicted last video when I said that yeah, the Panthers are trying to prove a point here. They're on a stretch of dismay, I should say. And they're trying to prove people wrong. And they have grit. You've seen the games. You've seen the highlights between them and Florida. That's what we should have expected, and that's what we got, especially to close out the game. We held on. We win. It's amazing. I can breathe again. And that's what I think it comes down to for the rest of the season. I think that's the change that had to be made, is we're playing a more physical game. There was a point where Tourney was telling the group, like, when you're playing defense, and I would have gotten this completely wrong. This is why I'm not an NHL coach. Tourney was suggesting that the players, instead of putting the sticks out in the lane, which, you know, you should do, but don't rely on it, kind of push the play a bit. Push them out of their comfort zone. Get up in their face. Get up. Make a play on the puck, which is on the stick of the opposition. That's how Kerfoot got his breakaway. And I think definitely something improved with us having a more physical and more aggressive style of defense. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that finally, even if it took 14 games, 15 games, I suppose, to do it, we finally see some change. And I love to see it. So the next game is against the Washington Capitals. That should be fun. So in the meantime, stay howling and go Yotes! Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, I'm going to do this whole spiel again. It's been way too long. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the like button first, then the subscribe button. That could come next if you want to see more of it. If you didn't like it, I understand. I think definitely the more angry ones are probably a bit more fun to watch. I don't know. I don't watch my own content other than the editing process. Share this with your friends because there's more people that might want to see my misery. Which didn't happen in this one, but we had 14 games where that's all it was. And I'll see you on Sunday.